By Brian Klaas, an LSE fellow who has advised US political campaigns and is author of The Despot's Apprentice, Donald Trump's Attack on Democracy. Brian, we often talk about the special relationship between Britain and America, but we've never seen anything quite like this, have we?
No, we haven't. And the special relationship is extremely important. And Britain is the closest ally for the United States on the global stage. But if you think about how the relationship was forged, it was largely forged defeating fascism during World War II, with British and American soldiers dying alongside each other on the beaches of Normandy. And now you have a diplomatic feud where the House of Commons is debating whether to revoke a state visit invitation to Trump because he promoted the views of a neo-fascist group in Britain. This needs a very clear rebuke because the British government cannot stand and just simply stand alongside Donald Trump as he spreads these unbelievably hate-filled views of a fringe extremist group here in Britain.
And you talk about that. I mean, for a lot of people, Donald Trump has been quite extreme, but this takes us to a new level. What does it tell us about his psychology?
Well, I think he is either extremely unstable or a racist bigot or both. And, this isn't a terrible shock to me in the sense that I've been following Trump closely for 3 years now. During the campaign, he retweeted white supremacy groups multiple times. He could have claimed ignorance, but nonetheless, he did retweet them. And he also, after the Charlottesville attack, when neo-Nazis marched through a town in Virginia and then murdered a peaceful protester, he said there were very fine people in that protest march, which featured neo-Nazis and Ku Klux Klansmen. Now he is also talking about how, he's spreading these tweets from Britain First, the deputy leader of which has been convicted of hate crimes for inciting religious hatred and who appeared on Radio Aryan, which is a neo-Nazi radio show. And then if you even think about just this week, on Monday, he used a racial slur denigrating Native Americans. He attacked black athletes on Tuesday, and then he spread these anti-Muslim videos on Wednesday. At some point, you just have to understand that this is this person. This is who Donald Trump is, and anyone waiting for him to turn a corner or become presidential is going to be waiting a very long time because he's 71 years old and we're just going to expect more of the same from him.
And how has this all gone down in the US? Is it seen as one of his usual Twitter outbursts or, is there a chance that he remains so popular among millions of people that he will be re-elected?
Well, so among his base, this is wildly popular, right? There's a segment of the American population, particularly the sort of Steve Bannon wing of Donald Trump's party, the Republican Party, that is anti-Muslim, and there are some people in that wing of the party that are extremely racist. And for those people, they're absolutely cheering, right? I mean, this is why you have people like David Duke, who's an ex-Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, tweeting in celebratory terms about Trump sharing these videos, the same way that Jada Franson, the Britain First deputy leader, was celebrating yesterday. But, for the broader American public, this is completely out of step with our values. The country was founded on the basis of people being persecuted for their religious beliefs, and now you have the President of the United States persecuting religious minorities from his official account. So, he is the most unpopular president in polling history. This will further alienate people who already dislike him. But for those who have supported him through and through, this won't change much. And I fear that this won't change much in policy terms because Republicans are soon to vote on a major tax bill that will be a major victory if it passes for Trump. And, it's more of the same, where people will say, this is wrong, we don't agree with the tweets, and then they'll vote to advance his agenda. And I think, until people actually say, we're not going to send you any legislation until you take down those tweets and apologize. Or Theresa May to say, you can't come to the UK until you take down neo-fascist tweets and apologize. I think at some point, basic decency needs to overrule the strategic short-term interests, both in Congress and in our key allies.